Audi Q4 e-tron is the newest kit on the block in the VW group, sitting on MEB electric car platform, which is already used by the VW ID4 and the Škoda Enyaq cousins. As always, unlike other car reviewers, I won't talk about the things you can see for yourself at the car showrooms. Instead, I briefly and clearly discuss what others choose to keep silent about, but you definitely need to know. How much you can travel with a fully battery in real life, how long will it take to charge it, and how much it would cost to purchase and operate this EV compared to the fuel-powered alternatives. By the way, OEV4ME continuously uploads videos about the latest electric cars, so subscribe to our channel. Be sure to click the bell icon to receive notifications so you don't miss the most relevant reviews for you. I'm Tadas from OEV4ME, about electric cars in a nutshell. You can choose from up to 4 versions of Q4 e-tron marked with 35, 40, 45 and 50 symbols. No, it's not the size of the battery. This is Audi's classification to indicate the power of the car. So the electric Q4 e-tron 50 is as powerful as 3-liter diesel Q5. However, talking about Q4 e-tron batteries, they are available in 2 sizes, 52 and 77 kilowatt-hours. The official distance declared by the manufacturer for the Q4 e-tron is up to 520 kilometers. Of course, in reality, this number depends a lot on the time of the year and the speed of the ride. So here's how much you could expect drive in this EV. The Q4 e-tron with a smaller battery is more suitable for shorter trips, but it is also possible to travel longer distances occasionally. You only need to be ready for more frequent and longer stops. For example, a 600-kilometer journey from Tallinn to Vilnius can take up to 10 hours, about 2 of which you will spend at a charging station. So if you are planning frequent longer rides, choose the models with a larger battery pack. And the same trip from Estonia to Lithuania will take you almost 2 hours less. Charging speed of the battery is very important. So I always recommend checking not only the maximum charging capacity declared by the manufacturers, but also the average charging power that the electric car actually charges the battery, as it will be one of the main factors setting how much time you will spend at the charging stations. The electric vehicles of the MEB platform have recently received the upgrade of the software. So the previous 125 kilowatts maximum charging power has been slightly increased. So now it reaches up to 130 kilowatts during the peak. But in terms of average power, you should expect no more than around 100 kilowatts during a charging cycle. It should be noted that the maximum charging speeds set by the manufacturer differ from model to model, so it is natural that the Q4 e-tron 35 with the smallest battery charges slower than the models with a 77 kWh pack. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The purchase price of electric cars is still significantly higher compared to fuel-powered versions. But you shouldn't just look at the car price list. Calculate how much you can actually spend each month on car leasing, travel, and maintenance. Here's what you should evaluate before making final decision on whether or not to buy this electric Audi. Evaluate the depreciation of the car over its use time, not the full purchase price. In many cases, you can expect to recover around 1/3 of its original value after selling the car in 5 years. Thus, the real price difference between an electric Audi Q4 e-tron and a fuel-powered Q5 from 8,000 euros, considering the residual value, decreases to 5,500. Take into consideration the maintenance cost of the car when evaluating the total cost of ownership. According to the official Audi dealer, they are even 3 times smaller in favor of an electric Audi. Depending on the fuel and electricity prices in your country, you can save close to 8,000 euros per 100,000 kilometers driven with an EV, as driving electric is almost 3 times cheaper than driving the petrol-powered alternatives. To sum it up, we see that the total cost of ownership of an electric Q4 e-tron is 3,500 euros lower than the petrol-powered Q5. And that is before the state subsidies and grants, which differ across countries. For instance, in Lithuania you can get up to 5,000 euros grant from the state when buying a new EV. Thus, the total cost of ownership for Q4 e-tron would be more than 8,000 euros less than that of Q5. So if you want to save not only environment but your money as well, choose an electric car.